Hey guys, so I'm inking a drawing I did. I showed a picture of it the other day, and there's no way I'm good enough uh, to hold the camera and ink at the exact same time. So I just like set it up on some books, and it's really hard. I never noticed it until I tried to do this, but the bottom of the camera is designed so that if you try to stand it up, it will fall forward. So I had to like balance it on a pencil sharpener. So the angle is really horrible. But anyway, I use a nib to ink, and I used to use like microns all the time, which I still have a bunch of. They just sit here on my desk. Um, but I thought the nib was really hard to ink with. I'm gonna ink while I talk. That's gonna be my little shtick for this, as you can hear me talk while I'm inking. But I thought it was really difficult to use the first time I ever used one because I did not understand how it worked at all. But I really liked the straight line of it, and I was like, oh, buying these pens all the time is annoying, and they're not really reliable because, the felt tip kind of wears down, and they don't, the line quality goes down after a while, but because like I cannot throw something away if it still works. So if the pen was still writing, I wouldn't throw it away. I'd keep it and just use it, even though it was producing like less quality. So that's kind of why I wanted to switch to a nib, because you could get really straight lines. But like I said, I just could not use it. I just didn't have the skill. So I quit using it, and I kind of went back to pens. And I was looking at a lot of artists who do brush work, and it's like you can get really fine lines with a brush. So I started using a brush, and I like that as well. And I did my entire Spider-Man book with a brush. I used pens as well, but most of the line work was with a brush. And then, um, but I didn't like it as much as I liked the nib. My phone's going off. I didn't like it as much as the nib, so I don't know. Just one day I picked up the nib and I started drawing with it again, and I don't know why, but for some reason drawing with a brush just really helped me. Like when I picked up that nib again, I was much better at it, and it just, I like really straight lines, and I just like the. It's just really fun to draw with. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's like tearing up the paper, and it makes like this scratchy kind of sound. Like if it's brand new, it's just real sharp to use, and I don't know. I like it. This is what I look like for most of the day. I'm looking at stuff, and I guess I could show you what I'm working on. I'll take a break real quick. But I'm inking this woman's face and her neck. There's kind of what I'm inking. So it's coming along. It's slow because you can't. It's hard to do like when you switch from a pen, which dries really quickly. You don't really smear it that much, to something like this, where like I don't know if you can see it, but that's wet on her neck because I just inked it. So I can't run my hand anywhere near there because it'll smear. So it takes a little bit to get used to. As you can see, I like inked his face, then I inked his hand. Now I'm going over here. Then I'll probably like kind of move down her a little bit, and then I'll take a break, and then I'll come back and ink his body. So interesting stuff. I'm sure you care. All right. I'll see you guys later.